So a week or two ago, I asked you guys what your favorite Pokemon was from Gen 1 through to 3, and you might be wondering what even was that. Well, here is finally your answer. I will be playing through Pokemon Sapphire using those characters that you mentioned, and I'll get into way more detail as we go on, as there is tons to explain, but for the time being, I have jotted down every answer that I got, which I got 12 answers, which is a really good sample pool to start off with. Now, of course, if there is any new answers from the time I record this to the time I upload this, then I will keep those ones into consideration as well. And if you didn't answer, then you can also go right ahead and do so in the comments of this video as well. However, let me go through all of the explanation, because there is lots to do. Oh boy, okay. So first of all, there's a couple things that I need to gather together, let's say. Game Boy Advance. Yeah, that's self-explanatory. Pokemon Sapphire. I'll explain why it's Sapphire specifically. Pokemon Box, which is an obscure GameCube thing. Oh, actually, one more thing. Yeah, lastly, this abomination. What even is this? It's a GameCube to Game Boy Advance adapter, I guess. Alright, let's set all this up. Truth be told, this is actually not the first time I'm using this, but here we go. That is very loud on my end. Turn that down a bit. Yeah, Pokemon Box, Ruby, Sapphire. Alright, I'll tell you basically what we're going to be doing here. 1 second, I got the wrong memory card. Oh, there we go, okay. Ah, Jesus. Alright, I have connected my Game Boy Advance up, yes. I mean, I'm not going to show you guys, but the amount of cables, like, right near my feet is very scary, but okay. I put the Game Boy control port in, yes. Alright, and then turn the thing on. Okay, cool. So, basically, where do I begin? First of all, thank you so much for everyone that answered what their favorite Pokemon was. I am very excited to play Pokemon on the channel because, truth be told, I have done Let's Playing for over 10 years now, and yet, oh, I gotta go to the Pokemon Center. Whoops, okay, 1 second. Alright, as I was saying, I have played, I've done Let's Playing for over 10 years now, and yet I have not played Let's Play Pokemon, simply for the fact that I think it's very difficult to Let's Play a Pokemon game, because it's basically just being like, oh, I'm gonna use this move now, and this move now, you know? So I thought I would like to do something. I mean, first of all, Gen 3, I have an incredible attachment to. It is my first one I ever played. I played Leaf Green and Sapphire and all that. And I will show you in a second, but before I get into that, yeah, and basically I wanted to do something that was community-based, and that's where all you lovely people came in. So I want to show you something very, very interesting. 3 years ago, I spent about 8 months completing the entire Gen 3 Pokédex, which this is my cartridge of Pokemon Emerald. Legitimate cartridge, you know, all these great creatures here. And there is some interesting stuff in here that I can absolutely show off right now. But basically, I collected them all, and it genuinely did take about 8 months. And it was luckily it was during the whole like stay at home, do online university classes period. So I would just, you know, be playing and grinding and stuff whilst I was listening in on my lectures and stuff. Don't tell my teachers. Anyways, I mean, to be fair, they don't care. But yeah, as you can see, pretty much every single Pokemon. I believe Mew here is the event one, so I was really lucky with this because I got it in a in a pre-owned copy of Ruby Sapphire, I think. It was one of them, and of course these are the Japanese versions, so a lot of it's pretty legit, at least when it comes to pre-owned copies, although there are some like hacked in stuff as well, but like none of these Pokemons are. Like I actually got all of these, which it took way too long. Just for context, you need to play Fire Red and Leaf Green 3 times just to get, where are they again? Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. So yeah, that wasn't fun. Not to mention the Johto starters over here. You have to play Emerald 3 times as well, so took way too long. And yeah, the only 2 I'm missing are Lugia, which is XD exclusive, which I haven't played XD. And Celebi is technically obtainable, but you need to get the Pokemon Colosseum promo disc, which goes for like $250. It's probably a lot more expensive now, so I don't want to do that. I know a lot about Gen 3 when it comes to catching. I don't know a lot of the competitive stuff. I've never been big into battles, but I thought because I have such a wide collection like this, I don't have Deoxys. Obviously that's an event Pokemon. I wasn't lucky enough. I mean, I got the Jirachi down there, but yeah, so basically what I did was I made eggs of every single Pokemon that you guys suggested. I have a whole list, which we can actually swap over to. Just give me a second. All these lovely people here, of course, the username and the Pokemon that you chose. I will be using these Pokemon going forwards, and basically how this is going to work is every episode I will be shuffling and I will be introducing 3 new eggs to jump into the mix. And I will be shuffling my 6 party members every single time. That means I have to start with level 1s. If I get 6 level 1s, I'm gonna have to do a hell of a lot of grinding, is basically what I'm trying to say. The other rule that I have for myself is that if someone, this is a very interesting topic because someone actually did do this. For instance, someone like Illumies8, I hope I'm saying your name right. You said Fampi was your favorite. So in that case, I'm not allowed to evolve the Fampi. I have to keep it as a Fampi. Similar to Trapinch, Felipe2557 said Trapinch as well, so that's the same situation there. But yeah, basically I got all the eggs ready, so let's just switch back. So as you can see, these are all the eggs, of course, and I even went ahead and asked Follow8. I wonder what his favorite Pokemon is. I don't know. I also just noticed that there's eggs here in the Pokemon box. This is actually the GameCube save data. This isn't the Emerald save data, if that makes sense. So I don't actually know what's in these. Although it might have been Dratinis or something, so it might not be fun. I'm not going to include them. But yeah, okay. So basically, if you want to partake in this series, as this is going to be a community-based series, basically, wait, how do I do the... Oh, yeah, like that. Yeah. This is a community-based series, and I would love for, all of you to join in on it. So if you still haven't answered what your favorite Pokemon is in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, or, anything before that, then let me know in the comments down below, or you can go to the community post if you want to go ahead and find that as well. I'll make a whole list. Now, please keep in mind, the only rules I have is no legendaries, because I can't make them into eggs. And the other thing is, if you've already answered, then I'm not gonna take a second answer, because it's gonna get too hectic if I do that. So yeah, again, thank you so much for everyone voting. For the time being, let's jump out of this, and I'm gonna jump into Sapphire so we can transfer these eggs over. Now, while this is happening, I might explain address the elephant in the room. Let me just go back to the menu screen for a second. I'm going to switch over to Sapphire, and I'll explain why I specifically am choosing Sapphire over Emerald, because I do know a lot of people prefer Emerald for all the additional bonus stuff, but I actually can't do this series with Emerald, and I'll show you guys in a second. So, this Pokemon box game, I can't even really call it a game, has this second option called Go on an Adventure. I can't talk. Basically, what this is you can play Ruby and Sapphire specifically on your TV screen. So that was one of the main reasons why I had to do Ruby and Sapphire, but the other big reason is that Ruby and Sapphire has no trade locks, and I'm gonna kind of explain this, but what that means is you can trade anything over. Anything from Fire Red, anything from Colosseum and stuff, using what we're using here with Pokemon Box as well. You can literally use anything. And Fire Red and Leaf Green have locks, so basically you can't trade any eggs and you can't trade anything that is past Kanto. And similarly with Emerald, you can't trade anything, I believe you can't trade eggs, and you also can't trade anything that isn't in the Hoenn Dex. And that's the reason why I'll be using Ruby Sapphire going forward, because that's the only way I can actually do this. And it's going to be so much more fun that way, and it's going to be very ridiculous. So So hopefully you guys can buckle in for this adventure. And I do want to explain one more thing, and that is the fact that I probably won't be doing this every single week. I might be doing these once every 2 weeks
or something like that. So just please keep that in mind. But yeah, that way I can actually give people a little bit more time to hop in on the, on this whole community sort of quest, right? And originally I was thinking about doing like, up to 1 gym leader each episode, but I feel like going late game, a lot of the stuff late game does tend to get a bit long. So, yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. I'll just do like like a 45-minute to an hour window of commentary. One other thing I want to mention is that because Pokemon is very much a game where it's, I'm choosing this attack, I'm choosing that attack, I feel like the commentary could get a bit stale, and therefore this is going to be sort of like a radio show in a sense. If you have any questions or anything you want me to talk about, leave them down below at any given point and I'll get around to them. I can have, long discussions, or they can be tiny answers, whatever you want me to do, I will absolutely do that. So yeah, and like there's no limitations, as in like I'm not saying like, only 1 question per person. If you have a ton of questions, leave them all down below. I don't mind, I will get around to everything. So yeah, keep that in mind. For the time being, let's jump into, I gotta turn on the Game Boy Advance. We can't jump into this. There we go. Okay, so for the time being, the reason why I'm not transferring the eggs yet is because this is a blank data of Pokemon Sapphire. I wiped the cartridge, and it's, oh my god, I didn't actually realize the frame was going to be this cool, but okay. Here we, I'm very, you know what, let's watch the intro, because this is my childhood game, basically. So, little droplet. And I know that Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out and all that, but it just, those games just don't hit the same, I don't think. Like, this is where it's at, at least for me, and this is like the peak of Pokemon in my eyes, so, yeah. I'm not going to become a Pokemon tuber, I just want to make that very clear. I'm going to make that very clear. I'm just very sentimental towards this generation in particular, and I wanted you guys to be a part of something very special, so... But yeah, no, I love the Groudon and Kyogre patterns around the borders here. Okay, Sharpedo. Again, this is a Japanese copy, so at any given point I might forget the English names of some of the Pokemon. To be fair, I'm pretty solid with the Gen 3 Pokemon, because I did actually grow up watching the English dub of the anime when it came to this generation. I don't think I've ever properly played Gen 3 in English, but anyways, let's jump into it. Right, yeah, no battery, yeah, we get it. Let me just change settings for a sec. Yeah, let's do fast, and then I will change the window to something more sapphire-y, you get what I mean? Let's see here, there we go, that's a bit more sapphire-y, right? Yeah, I'll go with the blue one, that makes the most sense. Where is it? There we go, okay. Are you guys Team Groudon or Team Kyogre? Because I have loved Kyogre ever since I was a kid. He's way too cool. He's just a cool, like, ancient whale, I don't know, it's something about it. I think it's the patterns that is really cool. Hi, I don't know his English name, actually, now that I think about it. Odamaki. I don't know, it's not Professor Oak. It's probably something like that. Professor Orchid, I don't know. It's probably some tree, as it always is. And Azurill, right? But yeah, I'm going to be skipping through the story. You guys all know it, and there isn't much of a story. Again, I kind of wish there was something that was a little bit more fun than just it's May, it's Brendan, or whatever, but I actually don't know which to go. I don't know which to go. I want a middle option, please. There's no androgynous character. I guess so? I don't really like, don't get me wrong, she's a very cute design, but that's just not me, it's not me. But at the same time, I don't know how I feel about Brandon either, so... Okay, I'll chuck, I'll call myself Rain, and let's jump in. I'll go with my name this time instead of Tatsunami. And, alright, let's go for it. Alright, cool. I'm very, very excited. I've played Ruby and Sapphire time and time again, but I can never get tired of it. And I think I weirdly prefer Ruby Sapphire over Emerald, personally. I know that Emerald has all the bonus stuff, but there's something just really nice about just the aesthetics of this version. Not to mention, I hate in Emerald, where you every time you run around, someone just calls you and it's just like, hey, I caught a fish, like... It's like, yeah, okay, I get it, like, youngster, whatever your name is, like, anyways, like, it's so nostalgic. Yep, I was in the back of a truck, talk about child abuse. How did the mum even get here? Okay. And some, Machoke, is that right? I don't know. It's been a while. Please go easy on me. If you are a Pokemon, like, full-on, like, professional or something, then please go easy on me. I don't know. I barely know anything about... Oh, look, it's a GameCube. I'm actually playing this on a Wii, but, yeah, this is a GameCube. Oh, I need to set the time, don't I? Yeah. Alright, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. Let me set... Wait, this is really important. Hold on, I gotta check something. Someone commented Espeon, and this determined, because the battery is dead in this cartridge, because it's an old cartridge, this determines whether I can even get Espeon or not. So 1 second, I need to double check this. Alright, thank you, Yahoo Questions. What is this called? Yahoo Answers, I guess. Alright, I got my answer. Okay, so it's basically anytime in the PMs, which is really interesting, because you would expect Espeon to be a AM-based character. Wait, it is at any time in the PMs, right? 12 to 11:59 PM. So anything. So this is fine, I guess. Yeah. All right. I remember the first time when I collected all the Pokemon, like I mentioned, I mixed it up because I thought Umbreon was a nighttime one, which is I feel like it makes more sense because he's the dark one, right? But also, apologies, I've basically soft-locked myself into getting Umbreon, so if Umbreon is your favorite Pokemon, I really do apologize. But someone said Espeon first, so, you know, it's kind of just, first come, first serve. However, the other evolutions might be available? I only say might. Oh wait, where am I meant to? Oh no, I meant to go to my neighbor's house, yeah, that's right. Yeah, the other evolutions might be... I feel like the stones are really hard to get in this game, like fire stones and water stones and stuff. You can do it like quite a lot later in the game, but that could be fun. That could be fun having an Eevee all the way until like, you know, the very end. Of course, Brandon over here, or Yuki as he's called in the Japanese one. Alright, yep, Yuki. Yuki and Haruka are the two, yep. And of course in this game you're allowed to sleep in people's beds. Yeah, I don't get it either. Anyways, I'm gonna cut through because you guys know how this starts. Yeah, it is really interesting that you can't actually play Emerald in this mode. Oh, I see, it's, Mr. Odomaki, whatever he's called in English, I have no idea. Mr. Oak Tree. Yeah. So this choice doesn't matter because we're not going to use this anyways. I do know that Roa commented Skeptile, which means Trico would be the choice, but I want to do that based on Egg, so it's level 1 and it's proper. So I'll choose my favorite, which is Mudkip, or Mizugoro, as they call him in Japanese. I have a very special fond attachment to both Mudkip and Bulbasaur in particular, because those were the two first starters that I ever had growing up. When I was, well, okay, so when I was 4 I got a Game Boy Advance SP, and I got Leaf Green, and Bulbasaur was the first Pokemon I ever chose. So I do have quite a fond memories of Leaf Green in particular. But anywho, okay. Nice, okay, yeah, go find my son, go battle him, whatever. I love how that... no nicknames right now. Nicknames, what I'll be doing is I'll be naming basically after you guys. So whoever said, like, if Follow said this Pokemon, then I would call that Pokemon a Follow. In Japanese writing, of course. But yeah, that's kind of how it's going to go. So it's going to be very community-based, like I said. And hopefully you guys are going to, you know, help me out in conquering this... this quest to get all the badges, I suppose, you know. Okay, again, I'm going to be avoiding... Yeah, I'm probably going to be running away from these. Although I wonder... Yeah, I could probably... I think I can beat Yuki. I think where you have to go is the first Pokemon Center. Then you can start transferring the eggs over and stuff. Not to mention, I just realized something that's going to be really annoying on my end. I have to hatch these eggs basically right now, but I don't even have the running... Well, actually, I think your mum gives the running shoes immediately, actually, so it might not be as bad as I thought. However, one really bad thing about Ruby Sapphire compared to Emerald is that you can't use the trick where you use, like, Slugma in your party, like a fire Pokemon. If you use a fire Pokemon, then the eggs hatch faster. There's a little trick. But that only got introduced in Emerald, I believe. So you can't actually do it in this one. So it's a bit unfortunate, but what can you do? Alright, let's talk to Yuki then. I like how the OSTs are slightly different based on you know, if it's if it's May or Brandon, I should be using the English name so you guys know what I'm talking about. This is Path of Radiance all over again, isn't it? You know, it's like, it's this character, and then you guys are like, who are you talking about? Like, anyways, I'm sure this is going to be okay, because I do know that Mudkip is very defensive, and Trico over there can only, you know, he can only use the slap attack right now, so, you know, it's going to be fine, I think. And also, we got the potion in the computer before. Yep, totally fine. Okay, cool. I don't know why I was slightly worried. It's not like it matters even if I lost, to be fair, but yeah, this Mudkip's going to be sitting in our PC. And yeah, even if in the future someone says Mudkip is their favorite Pokemon, I will, you know, make another egg for Mudkip just to make everything fair and everything, you know, legit. There is one exception to this rule, and that is, like, I'm allowed to take Pokemon for certain areas. Like, if it's, if I need Cut to cut down a tree or something, and I don't have a Pokemon that can learn that, then that is the one exception I'll give myself. However, I won't give any EXP to any of those Pokemon, so please keep that in mind. I guess the last bit to talk about, actually, no, never mind. For a second, I was thinking that this game had those things in Fire Red where you have to collect 20 Pokemon to, you know, like, unlock certain items and stuff. But yeah, this game doesn't have any of that, so... Alright, we got the Pokedex call. Yep, I think now we can run up to the northern city and we can transfer over those eggs and we can really get this run started. So, yeah. This so far has been, you know, I am very excited, again, like I said, because I have, as much as I love Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire in particular, I've never ever Let's Played it, so this is going to be a lot of fun revisiting a lot of this, and I do say that, but, like, I have played this game, like, you know, 20 times up, you know, front to back. This is one of the games I've played the most in my life, without a doubt, but we do have the running shoes now, which is fantastic. Okay, cool. It is nice though, like nowadays with Pokemon, you can like customize your avatar and stuff like that. Like, actually, actually, yeah. Let me grab the potion first from this lady here, just so I can get that. But yeah, maybe one day. I mean, I'd be kind of down to play some of the newer stuff because I'm completely blind on a lot of them. I've stopped playing Pokemon after X and Y. I dabbled in Sun and Moon, and I remember that one being like super bad. I remember just hating that game, and then yes, so I didn't finish it, and then, oh, I see, do I have to, how do I save in this mode again? Oh no, are we good? Maybe? Okay, I think we're fine. Yeah, I actually haven't played, in this mode before. Okay, I think it's fine now, I think it's saved. Awesome, so let's go back. Also, did you know that you can actually take screenshots in Pokemon Box? See, look at this. You can take little screenshots of the screen if you really wanted to. Yeah, right. First steps. There you go. There's the thumbnail. And oh wait, you can change them into sepia and stuff. Oh my god, that is like every creepypasta. No, I'm good. Okay, thank you. But yes, yeah. So I mean, maybe one day I might be down to play like, you know, Sword and Shield or something, just as a casual little playthrough that we play every now and then. It's definitely not going to be the main focus of the channel. Pokemon, I don't think it ever will be. But anyways, okay. And oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, she gives me. So basically, how this works is every time you start a new save in Pokemon Box, Azusa here gives you a little egg, and it's really interesting. This girl actually appears a bit later down the line in Ruby Sapphire in one of the towns. But yeah, so we got an egg just then. Where did it get sent to is the question. Is it this one? I don't know. I actually have no idea, because it's not going to tell me, is it? Well, for the time being, I'm going to put this one here, and if you guys want me to use that in the raffle as well, let me know, because that could be fun. I think there is some really interesting choices. I think Pichu is one of the lucky ones, as well as you can get, yeah, some of the other generation. Oh! Okay. Because I don't have 100 Pokemon in my decks, I can't do this. However, don't think I'm done yet. I can literally just transfer 100 Pokemon into this save data, and then just jump back in. Is there 100 in here? In this box? If not, then, I'll just get my emerald out and we can do it that way. But there might be 100. I'm gonna count and I'll be back. I'm just gonna start putting them in because I do know that each box is 30 Pokemon, so let's just do that. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I can't actually use this. It's not just about eggs, right? Yeah, okay. Well, this game has hands, but I still have some solutions. It's gonna take me a while, but I'm gonna do this on the back end. I'm probably gonna record this on another day, but this will all be one video. I'll see you guys in a second. Basically, my plan is to capture some Pokemon in the grasslands, some of the early ones, and then if I have 6 Pokemon here, and I just trade the first, because like I said, with the Emerald one, I have all 384, 384 Pokemon. I'll just get the first 100 and just manually trade them over, and that way they'll register in the Pokédex, and that way I'll have more than 100 in my Pokédex. Let's go with that plan. It will take a second, but we will get there. For the time being, I will see you guys in a second. It will most definitely be another day when I record the next part after this bit. But anyways, I'll catch you in a sec. But then it dawned on me that I was incredibly stupid because I could literally just trade those eggs over into the Pokemon Sapphire copy without even using Pokemon Box. I mean, this game doesn't even have a trade lock. That is literally the easiest way to do this. Okay, 1 second. I just want to show you guys just how I am actually doing this, by the way, with 2 Game Boy Advances and a link cable and all that. So I'm going to be transferring all the eggs over now. And yeah, I'll see you in a second. Okay, we are back. But don't, well, first of all, it did work. All 11 eggs are now... Oh wait, I gotta turn the Game Boy off once, hold on. Okay, all 11 eggs are now in the box. That took a bit longer than I thought. Maybe like 35 minutes, it wasn't too bad. But, hey, they call iPhone cables lightning cables, but this is clearly the right depiction, right? What? Huh? The screen changes? I can't even change it either. There's no options? Oh, okay, I guess it's random. Anyways, okay. We are back, but the pain will still continue. Well, first of all, let's do something really fun. Firstly, I'm going to, we're going to choose the 3 eggs that we'll be taking with us. Basically, the rules that I'm going to do going forward, at least for the time being, because there's only 12 eggs, I will unlock 3 eggs every badge for the time being. You know, if more people join in on this, then I might do it more rapidly. But yeah, for the time being, let's do that. So we've got 11 eggs, so let me do a shuffle. Give me a second. Do y'all remember this? Yeah, if you watch Sacred Stones, then you're a real one, that's all I have to say. But okay, so number 9, 2, and 10. Okay, so we'll go from here, right? 9, 2, and 10, so that's 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, it's these 2. Sure. I actually don't remember what these eggs are, nor do I really particularly remember the order either, so, you know, keep that in mind. But, it's gonna be painful for me, because now I have to incubate, is that the right word? I have to hatch these eggs. Not to mention, there's no fire Pokemon trick that you can do in this game, so... This is, yeah, it's gonna take a while. I'll see you guys in a sec. Not to mention, I don't have a bicycle at this point either. I'll see you guys in a second. I do know that different eggs have different rates at when they hatch, so that's also interesting. Hold on, I do kind of want to check how long it actually takes. Huh. Okay, so apparently there's... Yeah, it really does depend on the Pokemon. Some even take like 10,000 steps. Alright, yep, I'll see you in a sec. Oh look, it's actually the final message for these 2, and then one of them is still quite a bit, so... We're getting there, it's only been like 14 minutes. Anyways, okay. Look at this, 10-year-old girl runs around her own village for hours on end. That's local newsworthy, isn't it? Oh, here we go. I was watching a video. Who's the first lucky... Oh! Okay. It's Rattata. Hold on. I am gonna give a nickname, like I said. We'll be nicknaming after all you lovely people at home who sent in your answers, so let me take a look at the list. So this, or Raticate in specifically, was, let's see. The comment was from, actually maybe I should put the comment up, hold on. Okay, so the comment is from Ice Forget, no, hold on, Ice Forget He Dwarf, I guess. Saying that Raticate was always my mountain, so I'm gonna call this Rattata Ice then. Yeah, let's go with that. I'll call him Ice. And there you go. Welcome, buddy. First party member, I guess. You know what? Let's take a look at the stats and all that. Not that I'm very good at Pokemon, so I don't entirely know, but okay. He's got Konjo. What's that? So when he's low in health, his attack will go up. I see. Okay, cool. And 18 HP, 11 strength, 7 defense, 7 special attack, 9 special defense, and 13 speed. Isn't that rather high for speed? I don't know. Who is he doubling? No, that's a different game. And tackle and tail whip. Pretty random, or normal stuff, but there you have it. And because of that, it's pretty insane that Ruby and Sapphire does this, but now we have unlocked the national dex. Just because we, yeah, so it's pretty loose. There's no, like, restrictions, like I said. So you can straight up just look at the national dex, numbers and stuff now. But yeah, there you have it, 0.3 meters. Huh, okay. Alright, I'm gonna run around and try and get our other 2 members. Let's take a look. Also, I just realized something, but that's right, in Gen 3, the eggs hatch at level 5, I believe. Yep, so it's going to be a little bit easier for us, I suppose, especially early on, which I'm a bit happy about, because some of the wild Pokemon tend to be like level 2 or level 3 around here, so... Anyways, let me continue to run around. Oh, here we go, second one. I keep looking away right when it happens. Okay, who is it? Okay, so this is a really interesting one. We did get a Trapinch here, but, 2 people, one person suggested Flygon and the other person suggested Trapinch, and I will be putting both of those, and there is 2 Trapinch eggs basically, but one of them has to stay as a Trapinch and the other one can evolve. However, I'm going to go based on timing, as in who commented first. So apologies, Philippe, but we'll get to you next time. For the time being, I will put this comment up. It is from Kuma Lincoln 2636, who says Flygon. So I will be nicknaming this boy after you. Or it could be a girl, actually. Oh, it is a girl. Okay. So we'll call him Kuma then. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. And let's take a look at the stats, I guess. We'll go here, and let's take a look. Okay, Trapinch. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, that's right. I've never talked Pokemon with you guys, but Flygon is my favorite Pokemon of all time. I have like plushes and stuff of him. He's like one of the only Pokemon that like I truly really like. So yeah, and I love Trapinch as well. So there you go. I'm very happy. If we can use 2 Trapinch, I'm very happy about that. So this one can evolve. This one will evolve into a Flygon eventually. But let's take a look. HP is 19, attack is 13, 9 defense, 10 special attack, 9 special defense, 6 speed. And it has the special ability Arijigok and Trap, I guess. It makes the opponent not be able to escape. Okay, interesting. And it has Bite. Cool. Alright, last one to run around for, so give me a sec. Oh, here we go. Finally, there we go. Only took 25 minutes. Oh, okay. I see you were follow 8 with his favorite Spheal, of course. There is no comment for this, I just know that a follow 8 loves Spheal, and therefore we cannot evolve this boy. He will always be Spheal. But no, I did get permission. I did ask if I was allowed to share that information around. We'll call him Eforo. Yep. And it's a boy. Nice. Okay, fantastic. Adventure with Efolo, I guess. Let's take a look at Efolo's stats. This feels so weird saying my friends' names as Pokemon. It has thick fat, I guess. It's strong against fire and ice, I guess. Interesting. Okay. And 22 HP, 10 attack, 10 defense, 10 special attack, 10 special defense, 7 speed is a lot of 10s. A lot of 10s. Actually, might be rather useful as well, because look at all these attacks. He has Powder Snow, Growl, Water Gun, and Hail, I guess, yeah. Actually, that's going to be really useful against the Rock Gym Leader. So a follow might be clutch in this first segment. But that's about it for this time round. I'm sorry we didn't actually go on an adventure, you know, but for the time being, actually I'm just gonna go over to the Pokemon Center to put Mudkip away, and then we can start our adventure. Next time, of course. You know what, before we end, I might as well have at least one battle with our fun new members here, of course. So here we are with Ice, Kuma, and Efolo, so... I think the first guy uses a Zigzagoon, I think. Well, it doesn't really matter too much. I don't think there's any other items. Let's just take on this guy and we'll end things off. And next time we will continue, we will really start our big adventure with everyone. Our first little battle here. Okay. Oh, it is a Zigzagoon, of course. Okay. And Rattata. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure we can use Rattata here. Or should we give the kill to someone else? Or should we give the EXP to everyone, maybe? Yeah, that might be the way to go. So I might switch out 3 times, just for the sake of it. I think I figured out a bit of a strategy with this. You know, when more Pokemon end up getting added onto my shuffle, basically I'm gonna have to, like, if I end up with a team of level 5s in, like, Gym 4 or something, I'm gonna have to do a ton of grinding, right? So basically, I think the best way to go about it, I just finished him off, whoops, without a follow getting any EXP. But I think the strategy here is to just switch around as much as you can and share as much EXP as possible with, like, any member so that they're on, like, an average high, if that makes sense. And that's kind of how I'll go about it. I think going forward, I will also only, well, I'll try and get EXP just through the main story, as in, like, the trainers and stuff. I'm not gonna try and grind if I don't need to. In fact, I might make it a rule that I'm not allowed to grind until I lose to the gym leader that we have to face once, and if I think it's impossible, then I'll go ahead and grind, but... Yep, that's kind of going to be it for this time, so hopefully you guys enjoy this episode of, I'm going to call this one the Community Shuffle Pokemon Sapphire. So hopefully I'll see you guys next time when we'll actually go on our journey. Of course, again, if you have any topics you want me to talk about while I play this game, leave them down below. And also, if there is if you haven't commented yet and you want to talk about your favorite Pokemon in the first 3 generations, then I would love to take your suggestions, and yeah, they might appear sometime in this series. So, anywho, that's about it for me this time, so hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye!